Here.
Rexter is here.
The awesome commander, Ryder Hopkins.
Felix on a hunt.
The bloodthirsty Ira.
And I am your DM. Welcome back to Misroll Adventures, where the players make plans and horribly execute them. In the last one, we did a mock battle of the siege after getting a lot of information on how it's going to run. It was basically a rules delegation on how the siege is going to work and some trying it out. Already did a minor tweak, so that way it's just a little bit more streamlined. But yeah, so we're going to just cut straight over to Felix and Nassim. So as they begin to set up for the mock battle, gathering all the people, gathering all the armies, things along those lines, Nassim goes up to you, Felix. So then, are we going to be going now, or do you want to wait until after the mock battle? Do you want to...
Let's just go now. We're
Yup.
already on a wild goose chase.
He holds his
Time
hand out
is
to
only
you.
gonna be a benefit.
Then I'm going to need the head, or I'm going to
We're
need
gonna-
the helmet.
Oh no, we're doing your stop second.
So then where are we going first? I thought we were going to the Celestial Mountains.
We're gonna go to Zakara to try to get any information on the lakes.
We're going to Zakara. I've only been to Zakara once.
I have a souvenir, so we can get there perfectly safe.
Huh. Alright, fine. I'm telling you this now, before you go. You only have 2 charges left in your helm. If you go to Zakara and then the Celestial Mountains, how do you plan to get back?
And Celestia.
No matter what, we're gonna. There's no scenario where we don't have to camp.
So are you going to Zakara and then coming back to El Terrell? Or are you going from... Oh. Okay. I see.
I can give him the helm there. He's coming with me.
Alright, I mean, if you're gonna camp at the mountains, sure.
There's no scenario where we don't have to camp.
I mean, you could go to the mountains and then come back. There is that.
Then we don't go to Zakara.
And what's the purpose of going to Zakara?
Because there's a dragon there. Somewhere
Oh.
in the lakes next to it.
Well, it's in the entire length of the Sister Lakes. That's all 4 of the lakes that are tied by the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, you gonna tell us of a better place to go get information on it than Zakara?
No, I'm just saying. I was not aware that you were going to check the Sister Lakes immediately. I thought you were going to the Celestial Mountains at first. Okay, that is fine. Because, yeah,
I feel like
the
those
library
are
in...
better.
There's the library in Zakara, so there's that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like the lakes are our better chance. Once we have a dragon with us, getting to any of the others increases significantly.
So Nassim looks at you. Is there a reason why I'm going to Zakara, then? Sounds like you've kind of got your...
Because I was just going try to hit as many locations as possible. Say we find the dragon there in an hour, then we go to Celestia.
Okay, so I'm going with you because we're going to go look at Sister Lakes first,
We're
and
dragon
then...
hunting.
I see. Okay, fine.
We're the dragon hunters. We're gonna try to hit as many locations as we can in as few days as possible.
Fair enough. Alright. Then lead the way.
Big map.
I forgot that I was on it, but I didn't move you to it, so... I was like, I'm on the big map. What are you talking about? Alright. So, wearing the helm, you can teleport to Zakara, just outside the gates, as you always have done.
Yep.
And when you do, you can see that they are gathering up a number of supplies. Like, so there's caravans coming in and out. There's plenty of people up at the gates selling wares, but guards themselves are also gearing up, gathering weapons, putting on armor. They're preparing for something.
I'll go up to one.
You go up to this younger man. He's got like blonde hair, and he's just kind of strapped down. The suit doesn't exactly fit him all the way, but it's close enough to that where it's not gonna like fall off or be cumbersome in any way. It's just like this human young man. Oh, hey, yeah. Do you need something?
What's going on here?
Oh, people are getting ready. There was that. Her Highness gave a statement the other day, and it seems like there's going to be this large battle at El Terrell. So she wanted us to try to garner up who's willing to go and help.
A mad lad, she managed it.
I'm sorry?
Nassim, we can at least bring word that Zakara has managed to garner up some aid for us.
Oh, are you from El Terrell then?
Yes.
Oh, great. If you want, Her Highness is up in the throne room, just up there. Have you ever been to Zakara
Do
before?
you know if the librarians are with her?
I know that Undine is in the library. He is the caretaker for it, after all. Her right hand is beside her. Yeah, she's been very preoccupied setting up some sort of magical stuff. Something that's going to get us there.
I'll leave her to it for now.
Okay. If you need anything else, feel free to ask.
Librarians. I will. Godspeed.
And he goes back to
I will leave
prepping
Nassim
people.
to the library.
So so when I went to Zakara, we didn't get to actually talk much to anybody here. Everybody was kind of, it was much more different than this. People were kind of quiet, stuck in their own ways. It was very cutthroat around here. I know that from what Leosin mentioned to me, especially because of Jacqueline became in power again, right? And that kind of shifted how Zakara became?
Yes.
Gotcha. That's why Jacqueline's been gone from the Harpers. Leosin didn't mention it to anybody. We just kind of assumed that she died. But, okay. No, that makes sense. At least the rest kind of assumed that. But since she became part of power, then her affiliation with the Harpers, though it's still there, she doesn't have the ability to be any of the parts. Okay. So we're going to the library.
Yes, if there's any records or tales that could be of use to us, this is going to be the first place.
Best of luck with that.
Otherwise, there's an elderly woman I remember. She might know. She seemed to know a lot about a lot of things. She was
Sure.
an interesting one.
I don't know how much more she'll know about like Leosin said, Harpers are well associated with the Sister Lakes. That's all that we kind of spread between, I guess you could say. It's a lot of hidden foliage, and the lakes themselves aren't exactly easily noticed. Granted, they are large, but amongst the forests, it's difficult to find them. So the Harpers just kind of...
Dealing with the right kind of dragon. there are dragons that do nest underwater.
Well, always did look, but Harpers have been a part of the forest for a really long time. We had yet to ever even interact with the dragon, let alone one that's been there for so long. But nevertheless, it doesn't hurt to look, right? It's only time. It's not like we have a week for that. You start to remember that Nassim is a bit of a prick.
Yeah, he is. And I open the library door because
Just ignoring Nassim. So you open up the door.
he's still walking past. I take like a step to the right, open the door, and he's like, "Oh."
Oh, I see.
Didn't even notice I stopped walking.
So you open the door to the libraries, and unlike before, where the libraries were very barren, apart from the actual books themselves, nobody else was in here except for Undine. When you enter, there's plenty of people. There's scholars, there's children, there's a larger amount of people that are here, and you can see Undine has sort of fashioned what looks to be like a consultation booth, or I guess a directory. And he sits behind it with like a number of books. Yeah, you see him there. You see him. He's got tons of books out, and he's got this big stamp that seems to just be clamping down on the front page. He leans in. Felix? Is that you? Felix?
Yes.
Here's your books. It's good to be sure to bring them back in about 2 weeks. Felix, it's incredible to see you. How are things going? Who's this?
This is Nassim. Unfortunately, we don't have much time.
Okay.
We have managed to garner some rumors of dragons
Where?
that may aid us in the battle.
Oh, right. No, yeah, that battle. Jacqueline mentioned that the other day. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have, I guess, tomes that describe that. I have books that talk about dragons. I don't necessarily have books that designate where they are, if that makes sense.
I figured. We did use divine help to get our information.
Oh, really?
Do you know of any rumors, fables, or tales of a dragon in the lakes?
Let me think. You know, there was one thing, and he kind of like gets up from his spot and goes over to a bookshelf that's nearby. There was one thing that I saw. Let me try to thumb through this for a second here. There was something about dragons once they're old enough, especially like adults and beyond, whenever they make a den, it affects their homes. Now there's one dragon in particular. Let's see here. There is a dragon that kind of comprises themselves of eating things of value. So things like pearls, for example. I don't know if it's a fable per se, but the Sister Lakes do have pearls within them. And that could be a sign for the fact that this kind of dragon tends to have magical wards that can either hide them away or do things like that. This ward, he kind of like takes out a sheet. This ward has this circle crest with a small triangle in the center, a smaller circle amongst that, and almost like wings that stretch out below, if that makes sense to you. Kind of like this, and he draws it out on a sheet. and then slides it over to you. If you find that ward, all you have to do is you just kind of cut across it and you'll break it, and that'll kind of show, that'll break the illusion. But, I mean, it's a small ward. I don't necessarily know where one would be.
Are there any reports of something that looks roughly similar to this?
Nope. None that I've known.
And then, Udine, there's nothing of a sort of fable around the pearls and the lakes at all?
Ooh. It's not a fable, but it's a factual bit. I don't know if this will mean anything to you, but the complexity of the pearls goes with age. So the older the pearl, the more refined it can be. And the coloration will change and things like that. The sister lakes do have ages to them, so the value of a pearl will be dependent on their age. So if this dragon does enjoy eating specific values, or I guess high value things, then the oldest pearl makes the most sense that they would be a part of, right?
Yeah.
The oldest lake, however, is the furthest one from us. It's more south towards the very bottom, the start of the sister lakes.
Do you, by chance, know anyone who, in the trade, specializes in that lake?
I'm sure that if you found somebody, a merchant perhaps, somebody might be selling a pearl from there. You can ask. So the pearl colors, they go from this sort of deep tinted black to a slight red, or to a blue, then to a red, then to pearl. Or like white pearl, translucent, you know? So if you can find somebody selling a black pearl, you're bound to, they probably have some interaction with the first of the sister lakes.
Perfect. Alright.
Nassim leans in. So what the fuck does this have anything to do with this? We're talking about pearls, we're talking about dragons that eat pearls, but what does that exactly mean?
It's a chance of where we could find the dragon.
Gotcha.
I know dragons, especially after the war, tend to be more hideaways, live on their own. So, current historical records may not have record of them. But fables, tales, tall tales, they all have a point of origin.
That's why you kept asking about the tales, even though there wasn't
Exactly.
one. Well, are we gonna go ask
Even
this
if the
person?
tale happened to... We will go look. I might stop by Jacqueline. Maybe getting something more formal from the royalty might help people be a little more open with discussing things with me when it comes to their trade.
That makes sense to me.
But
Is there anything else that you need? Sorry that I couldn't help you much with fables. A lot of people around here are just kind of in and out. They don't necessarily spread a lot of rumors. They're very trade oriented. They're very focused on making money.
You wouldn't happen to have anything on the Celestial Mountains to the west, or the more southern points of the Mountains?
The Mountains I have a little bit more of. The Celestial Mountains are, I mean, other than religious texts, I haven't heard a single story about it. I don't know much about it in general. The southern portions of the Mountains are very humid. Even when you get higher up and the air quality goes down, it's very hot. The entire area is just toasty. It's been like that for years. But that's just due to the fact that the wind from the Ginny Desert kind of meets these southern waters and creates this almost amalgamation of heat down there.
I've gotten, or at least I know what color is at the southern point now.
What color? I mean, it's warm.
We have the general location of 5 dragons.
You think a dragon is down south of the Mountains?
We were told it was. Our location was the Mountains.
Huh. Well,
If there's
take what I say with a
something
grain of
that's
salt.
Unusually humid. I bet you it's a red dragon.
Well, I mean, I suppose they would like to live there the most, right? I don't know enough about dragons. All I know is that this book tells me that the most quote-unquote powerful and majestic of metallic dragons are these gold dragons, and gold dragons eat pearls and gems and things like that.
And it sounds like what we might be dealing with here.
Well,
How much do you know of the religious texts of the Celestial Mountains off the top of your head?
really didn't read them myself.
That's no problem.
Yeah, I don't have much to go off of for the Celestial Mountains. They themselves, they're very compact, but traveling to them or even through them is nearly impossible from what I know. Unless you've got an inn.
Well, with the information we've garnered here, hopefully our dragon in the lakes will be our way in.
Good luck. Thing is that a lot of these times, especially with the way the world's been going on, a lot of these dragons went into hiding. If they weren't associated with either Bahamut or Tiamat, they fucked off. They didn't want to be a part of this. Gold dragons especially, they like seclusion. Getting them from that seclusion, best of luck. But, be that as it may,
An attempt is at least worth a use of time.
that's fair. If you have the time. I know that the siege is supposed to be in, 7 days, right?
Yes.
You'll be on a time crunch, but it's doable. Anyways, wish you the best of luck. You, like I said, are on a time crunch, so I will get out of your hair.
Yep. All right.
And as you
head to the castle.
As you turn to leave, you notice there's 4 or 5 people stacked behind you in a line.
Nazim, where did you go?
You see Nassim is off on the near a bookshelf, and he opens up this book that has pop-up images, and is immediately kind of shocked at first because he wasn't expecting it. But then he just keeps flipping through multiple pages and finding an odd amount of enjoyment out of these picture books.
Nazim, we're off.
Ah! Puts it back on the shelf and then follows you. What a boastful little
Good
half-elf.
guess at
That's an idiot.
colors for. Got a good guess on color on our mountain dragon and the one in the lakes.
All right. So you're going
So
to
what does
the
castle
castle.
look like upon revival?
It is lavish. There's a ton of colorations that adorn the walls. Masonry that is in red and purple tints of what looks to be like noble tieflings. Tapestries on the walls that adorn the Ash River crest, and yeah, things along those ways. The statues that were damaged were reforged, remade. It is almost up to 100% snuff. You can see that there's still some cracked obelisks and bits and pieces of masoned walls that are damaged, but those are slowly being reworked and patched. Give it probably a week, this whole castle will be up to snuff. When you go through the proper passages, you can find that sitting in the throne room is Jacqueline's right-hand woman. She seems to be doing etchings all across the floor in this large circle.
She was the one who told us about the mirror, right?
Yes, and she was also the one that fixed Gopher during the fight with the shadows and things like that.
Don't see Jacqueline with her.
You see Jacqueline. She's sitting in her throne, kind of just talking with her, not from a distance, mind you. But yeah. When you enter through, Jacqueline stands. Felix. Is that you, Felix?
Yes, unfortunately we don't have the full time for pleasantries.
Good,
Me and
because I
Nassim
see
here
Nassim
are,
is with you.
chasing the rumor of some dragons that could potentially get to our aid.
Dragons. And you want the aid of dragons.
We got the general location of 2 metallics and 3 chromatics.
Okay, so what do you need from me?
We know one is in the Sister Lakes. I stopped by Udine and got rough tales and history of the location.
Okay.
I have a strong feeling our best bet is the furthest lake. I was hoping to get a seal to talk to a pearl merchant that deals with that lake. I felt they would be more comfortable releasing secrets with a royal decree.
That's fair. Yeah, I can do that. Just give me a second, and I'll be right back with a royal decree for you. Feel free to discuss with my partner here. She's preparing to give us a destination to El Terrell. I've been seeking counsel and decided that through said counsel, we cannot sit idly by and just wait. So I pleaded with my citizens to ask them to put their lives towards this fight, because if we lose, they won't have one to begin with. So, some of them are still willing to come and fight, others are not, and I will not be pushing that upon them. Those that are willing will be transported through this sigil that my lady is helping me with. Well, that, I guess, I'm not doing anything to help with. She's getting it all situated. In the better part of about 3 days, we'll have it prepared, and we'll be able to transport whoever is willing to you.
Do you have a rough stock of the soldiers?
Probably enough to at least amass 2 armies worth. Granted, they're not going to be the most capable, but any fighting hands is more than nothing.
Yes.
I just ask that you win, because these are my people, and I have to worry for them. It's my right. It's my duty.
We're doing our best. That's the best I got.
That's all we can all try for. I'll get you that decree. Just do not strong-arm this person. If they require payment, tell them that the Ash River name will pay for any and all charges. But
Got it.
they are a member of my city, and I will not accept any form of intolerance. I'll get you that decree. And she goes out of the room. A few minutes pass. She comes out handing you a sealed envelope with the crest of the Ash River name in the stamped melted wax. If you give this to them, they should know by the crest alone, but they'll open it and it'll be a personalized letter from me stating that you are in my envoy. So if you need any information, product, things along those lines, they are to give it to you, and that any and all payments will be charged through the Ash River name.
Perfect. Thank you.
Great. Best of luck to you. I mean, you're going to go talk to dragons. I can't imagine that's going to be not stressful.
I'm a little less worried about the first two,
A little bit more about the last.
but it's well, we'll see how those chromatics go.
All right. So,
That I will take my leave.
all right, Nassim just kind of follows you. He knows to be a little bit more silent around Jacqueline now that she is a person of power, and is actually probably afraid of her.
Good.
Give me a second.
Which means I now have a bit of leverage.
All right. So, where are you going?
To the market.
All right. Just give me an investigation check to see if you can find somebody that is selling pearls or jewelry specifically. Jewelry, things that involve pearls.
25.
Easily, you can find them. They have a pretty large crowd that's surrounding them. They themselves have their own booth that looks like you could kind of almost pick it up and slide it to a different location. Almost like it'll fold into a cart that you can then push. On the display, he has these color-coded costs of pearls. And then on the other corner of this booth, it has costs of embroidered work. So work that'll be where they implement the pearl into a piece of jewelry. The first one is like a ring, then a necklace, then earrings, and so on and so forth. And on the list of colored pearls, you can see the most expensive one, black, is on there. About 450 gold per small black pearl.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes! Welcome, welcome! What would you look to buy? Please hurry, there's plenty of other people. You can see this, it is an elvish man sitting in the back there. He's got silvered hair, slick back, a face that's almost like porcelain. Very pretty,
Do you
very...
purchase your pearls from collectors, or
freshly harvested.
Or are they part of your... So you do... Your employees do the catching.
Exactly. They go into the lakes. They themselves pull them out. They peel back the... very safely, very gingerly. They peel the pearl out from the clam, doing their best not to harm it.
Perfect. Unfortunately, I'm in a rush, and I'll pull out the letter.
Ooh! Wow! You must be a person
Need to
of
speak with
importance.
you. We might want to step in the back or away. I do need to discuss the area of the lake with you.
I have a lot of business in front of me, though. What? How important could it be that we need to be quiet? Yes, I'll be right there, ma'am.
Colonel Terrell.
When you say that, there's like this kind of hushness. Ah. I think I understand then. Sorry, everyone. It'll be just a moment. He kind of pulls back this like curtain after you, sir. And you too, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's with me.
All right. In you go. We'll be back in just a short few minutes. Feel free to browse, take a look. And you can see that he kind of pulls down the shutter over the top of this from like, basically it's like an awning, and he just kind of pulls down these metal shutters and closes and seals the pearls in this metal bar. So that way nobody takes anything while he's not looking. And he follows you inside the tent. All right.
All right.
So this is about the siege then,
So I
I'm
am
assuming?
Yes, we have rumors to get old metallic dragons to potentially recruit to our side.
That makes sense. But I don't know what that necessarily means for me. I don't know what you
We
need
have the
from me.
general location of them.
Okay.
We know one lives in the lakes.
Okay.
Do
And
you roughly do you notice a fluctuation with your black pearl quality from the furthest lake? Does it fluctuate like
well,
something
black pearls are some of the
naturally
rarest
taking them?
ones. I wouldn't say that somebody's naturally taking them. They're just the rarest of pearls. The thing is that it comes with age, and obviously we can't just start taking as many pearls as we want from it, otherwise it'll take that much longer. The more clams we take, the harder it becomes.
But you haven't noticed like clams that like had a pearl last time you saw and then no longer have one? Because our best guess is we're roughly guessing the dragon, because they're settled here, would probably would eat pearls. Tends to be
Eating
the
pearls. I wouldn't say that I've been seeing a fluctuation in the amount. I know that there have been some going away, but that was kind of just us assuming that there were other travelers going in and obviously taking some. We have no right to them. It's not like it's our property, so we didn't investigate it.
No.
The black pearls are the only ones that are in the furthest lake. None of the other lakes do that.
That's also good information. Do you roughly notice like a certain area where the lower quality, where they would disappear more frequently from?
No, unfortunately. The way that the clams kind of work, especially the sister lakes in general, there is a steady flow of water from one to the other, so there's this kind of stream-like effect. A lot of the clams stay towards the bottom of the lake, so that way they don't get picked up by the current. We have to go fairly deep to get to those. So there's not really
So
any
it's-
location-wise.
You haven't noticed like there's the ones you look on like, oh, someone's maybe taken this one that's been
No.
more random than. Okay. You by chance wouldn't have. Do you personally go with on the collecting trips?
I do not. I run my business here as
You
well
don't ever?
as in across many different facilities. I do travel a lot. I don't go myself. We do have some black pearls from that lake, but apart from that, I don't have anything else. Never-
Are any of your divers in town at the moment, or are they?
Of course, yeah. They have to go where I am. I just received a shipment of pearls today, so I know that at least 3 of those in my employ should be within the cities. They got a lump sum depending on the quality of pearls they find. So they do get paid by commission of supply, basically. I'm sure that one of them that brought me the black pearls today is off getting drink, buying food, product, anything that you can find.
You wouldn't happen to have a way to gather them quickly or locate them quickly?
Not gather them, no. Once they're off the clock, they're off the clock. It's hard to miss this man, though. He's a big, kind of very tall, lanky man. You might recognize him as like a. He's kind of. You've met Undine, right? The fishy man.
Yes.
He's of the same race as him.
Do you have a name for us by chance?
Yes. His name is Relo. He never
Relo?
gave me a last name. Relo.
A name is good enough with his appearance to search around town.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you
Do
need?
only black pearls come from the furthest lake, or do other colors come?
Well, so other colors start there as well. So, like, the way that the lakes work is that there are clams all across all of the lakes. But a lot of them are based off, a lot of the age of these pearls comes from the age of the clams. And the oldest clams are in the furthest one. So they will have other colors in them, but we tend to wait because then the clam, the age of the pearl begins to kind of occur longer and longer, and it will change in color. So if we see, say, a blue one in the last lake, we'll come back a few weeks later, and hopefully it will have developed into a black pearl. So we take the colors only from the associated lakes. I have many employees across all the different lakes.
Oh, okay.
So white pearls will come from the first one, red pearls will come from the second, blue will come from the third, and the black pearls will come from the last. Or vice versa, as you know what I mean, based off the distances from us.
Yes. Would you happen to have any pearls that you deemed misshapen, too poor quality to sell that you could
No.
borrow from that lake?
Borrow from the lake? I mean, if they're in the
No,
lake,
no,
they're in
from
the
you.
lake. Oh. Not really borrow. If you'd like to buy one, you can absolutely buy one. Well, even with this crest, you wouldn't even necessarily need to, because it's all covered by the royal family, correct?
Yeah.
If you would like a black pearl,
Yes, but
they're very beautiful. Make a great gift for a loved
they
one.
are. But
Why do you need a pearl?
I know some basic teleportation magic.
Oh,
An item from the location allows me to get there with no problems. And
well, those
it
black
isn't used
pearls
up
are
by
fresh.
magic. So, yeah, and I thought I'd at least be nice and ask if I could borrow. 'Cause then
Unfortunately, I
there's a
do run a
chance you could sell it
business.
still.
I will sell it.
That makes sense.
If you would like it, it is yours for 450 gold pieces.
It'll be what we have to do.
All right, then. Perfect. I can do the deal right here, even. And he kind of pulls from his bag, he opens up this little small satchel. Do you want it embroidered in any way? That'll be an extra charge, but otherwise you can just have the pearl.
I will just take the pearl for now.
Here you are. And it's a
Anything else would be unnecessary.
The black pearl is probably bead-sized, so it's a large pearl. But, I mean, it glistens. Light almost seems to absorb into it with how deep the black hue is across this pearl. But yet, somehow, when you hold it in your hands, there's this almost light that seems to reflect from it somehow. While it absorbs the light, there's almost a glimmer to it.
Perfect. And then, seeing as you've already opened the letter and all that, might I trouble you for it back? You've seen the content. I trust Jacqueline to honor it, so I can show it to your employee.
Yeah, that's totally fine. If you need it, it's yours.
Thank you. And we will be off to look for your employee.
Best of luck. Relo does like his
Best of luck
liquor.
to you.
I would suggest looking for where there's liquor. You're likely to find Relo.
We will do our best.
And as you leave the tent, he shortly follows you, slides up the metal bars, and once again, business is booming. $450 gold pieces for a pearl. A pearl! It's a piece of jewelry. Crazy.
And Jacqueline's paying for it.
Well, that's the best part about this. Saw her castle. She's got money to burn.
Yeah.
So what's ours
Now
next step
let's go
then?
try
We're looking
to
for this
find that
Relo,
fish
right?
man.
All right, let's look for Relo. If I recall, liquor was towards the front. People want to buy a drink once they got into the city or before they leave the city. It's likely where we're going to find them.
We do our best.
All right.
Investigate another investigation.
You don't even need to make an investigation check. You got a name, you got a person to look for, as well as a location. You can very quickly find Relo. And as this pearl salesman described, he is very easy to notice. He is tall yet lanky, and he does seem to be drinking a fairly large, not bottle. It's more like a... screw it. It's a bottle. He's drinking a bottle.
No. Excuse me, sir. Are you Relo?
He looks down at you. Yeah. What can I do you for?
Can I roll it in? I would assume it'd be investigation or insight to see how inebriated he is currently.
Make an insight check.
$15.
He's honestly fine. You just think that you get the impression that he might be a bit of an imbecile.
Great. So I'll sit down at the bar next to him. I'll put the letter in front of him.
Huh. Okay. I haven't been part of the city that much, but I've seen that on the posters. So what's the deal with the letter?
I am from El Terrell. I am tracking down a lead of a potential magical ally.
Okay. Cool.
Seems to have lit basic what I can find that would relate to them has led me towards the furthest lake in the pearl business.
Oh, okay. So you want me to take you there?
I can get there myself. I'm just more trying to learn more about the area to try to narrow down my search area.
Okay, well, feel free to ask. He takes a huge swig from his bottle.
Do you personally notice any area where the pearls tend to be lighter consistently?
Lighter, as in gone?
Like the yield is the yield isn't as much.
Be honest, I haven't really paid attention to it much. Kind of just all around gone in some places. Not anything particular. Yeah. Oh, although the other day I went to go into a clearing, and the clearing had a bunch of clam shells there. The thing is that we tend to try to like carefully extract the pearl to not harm the clam, so that way there's more. But there was a lot of clam shells at the clearing, like open. So that was weird.
How close to the clearing can you point on the map?
It gets real close. It's the eastern segment, right about there. Like the opposite end of the river. Like almost exactly opposite from the river.
And did you do any investigating around the clearing when you saw the clamshells?
No. I just assumed it was some people not respecting him.
Oh, okay. You didn't by chance see this symbol anywhere.
No. Definitely wasn't in the sand or anything.
Perfect. Okay. But thank you. That is very good information.
Glad to help. Anything else, or could I go back to what I was doing? Okay. He takes
for your help.
yet another big swig, and he continues off on his drunken adventure. All right. Well,
Right. We seem to have a clear location for the dragon in the lakes.
yeah.
Do you have supplies for camping?
I was supposed to bring supplies. No, I didn't bring anything.
God damn you, idiot.
You didn't tell me we were going to be staying where we were.
We're going to get you basic necessities
Fine.
before we leave.
Fine. Easily enough, you can find them as well. They're all over the place. People have got them left and right. There's no real concern with it, and you have the decree from Jacqueline, so you can just get them for free.
Sweet. Just get him basic supplies. We get him squared away.
There you go.
We got some decent rations. Got a bedroll and got a tent.
It's got a whole tent. Living the life. But yeah. So are you going?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to pause. Everyone that's back at El Terrell. At the end of this mock battle, you all are just kind of there now. Not a whole lot is happening. People aren't really, doing anything. There's still people that are preparing the archers' towers on the western side, but apart from that, there's not really anything else that's going on. What would you like to do?
Well, that was all exciting and thrilling.
Yes, I am now prepared for the upcoming battle.
I did not do that.
What did he say? I missed that.
What the fuck? He thought I was going somewhere.
No?
One second, I'll be right back. All right.
Oh, he's dead.
Do
He
sending
died.
stones have a range limit? I don't remember.
No, not the sending stones. Just your rings. Oh, you have to be on the same plane for the sending stones. That's the only limitation.
That's the
Oh.
limitation.
I'm on flight 280.
I would report.
To
I
Onthar?
have Unthar.
Yep.
Correct. That's the one I have, or is it
Yes. Nope, it's to Onthar.
Perfect. I would report to Onthar that about Zakara's aid.
All right. Everyone that's just after the mock battle, Onthar kind of watching, comes out to you all. I just heard back from Felix. Felix said that Zakara is going to be lending aid to us. Initially, Jacqueline said that she would not be able to afford the soldiers, but now she will be. In about 4 days, we'll have up to 2 armies that show up from Zakara.
Well then.
This is good
That
news.
secures?
The more numbers, the better.
And I'd also probably report I have pretty concrete location for the dragon.
Okay. Onthar will relay that to everyone else.
Look at him go. His big day out.
And I'm stuck with Nessie.
Yeah, you brought the worst guy ever to you. That dude is such a shithead. Yeah, he was the only one that could get you to Celestial Mountains.
Yeah, and no one else came with. I'm stuck with him.
You think they're gonna fuck out there?
God, no. You'd be lucky if I didn't kill him.
I think they might.
Beat down a lieutenant during the siege.
I'd make sure to revive him for the battle. Bring back his corpse
Specifically
and
for
then
the
revive
battle.
him.
They're pretty much the same person, so.
So is that?
Have you seen him eat a tomato? It's obnoxious.
I will leave.
Anyways.
True though.
There we go.
No, my overlay. All right, it's back to normal. Thank you.
There's never been
Oh,
a greater
Denethor looking ass.
Oh. Well, Onthar relays this information to everybody that's there after the mock battle. People are there. Some of the burn victims are just getting cooled off. But they're fine. Nobody is injured.
You fought admirably.
So who won, Gopher or Ira?
Definitely go for it.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Ira dealt, 30 damage by pumping a huge amount of magic into the attack, and Gopher did, half her health in a turn.
Gopher was pumping some up.
Damn.
Jesus.
The best way to put
On
it
the
is
battlefield?
Why
And
not?
love bloom on the battlefield.
Is love blooming in my
Yeah.
pants right now? Anyways.
My wounds are healing.
Turn.
Well, what now?
Well, combat experience out of the way.
We just do our own practice training. We could our own training work.
If you're able, we also wouldn't mind having some help with construction. If we're gonna get these things done in a week, we're gonna need some help.
Gopher.
Uh-huh.
Let me
Alright,
get your
I'll
department.
Give me an athletics check, Gopher.
Alright. Here we go.
With, you know what? Whatever. Give you Bodykin's inspiration with it.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah, if anybody else is gonna be helping with construction, we can just have Gopher Tim roll the athletics check with advantage.
Ira and Gopher doing construction. What a honeymoon day.
No, she has things to do. She can't.
I got a
she can't
dirty
stay.
20.
Dirty 20. Did you add the...
You took my body's.
How much is the Bardic Inspiration?
I think at this level it's a D10.
Oh,
What is it?
then 25.
So there are people prepping and getting stuff ready, and then there's moments where there's 3, maybe even 4 people helping move these wooden beams. Gopher comes by and just picks it up in 2 arms and then just starts walking. You are gonna severely increase the speed of their construction here.
Yeah! Let's do it.
Look at him. He's so dreamy.
Ira, don't you have things to do?
Yes, I do. But don't include him, though he is on the list.
Damn.
Oh god.
Damn!
Ira starts walking away and leaves a scrying eye behind.
There's a puddle on the ground as she
Hey,
leaves.
Oh my god!
Falling rocks.
For fuck's sakes.
When did it rain?
You should let the puddle of blood, actually, though. From when you cut into her with your weapon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was a wooden sword, but I still cut into her.
Just bruised up with a full body cast.
I'm ready for war.
You used a wooden sword. She used an actual blade, and you did more damage.
Anyways, what's everybody else's plans? Gopher is going to help with construction.
Ira is still limited to a certain number of slots a day, so she has to go spread some more of the good word.
Fair. Most of the people that are left in the city aren't citizens anymore. Most of them are going to be guards or people from other cities, like Greenest, or soldiers from well, they're not here
Even
yet.
better.
But there's the dragon.
In a desperate moment, they can call upon the black.
Exactly, it's perfect. And then they go home and they spread the good word elsewhere.
Fair enough.
It's a perfect scenario.
Is there anything specific you're doing, or do you want to just make a generic religion check?
I have nothing specific in mind, so
All right.
I am in big square brackets spreading the good word.
I'll give you the help action. I'll help you with that.
Are you
Oh,
joining the
much
black
appreciated.
now, Rex?
You know what? Yes.
Oh,
Damn.
look, you got another follower without even trying.
Yippee! Look at him go.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
the
I will
black.
enjoy that too.
Seven.
25.
I got nothing better
25.
to do. I guess I'll do the same thing. Because, you know.
Well, there's no more extra help
Yeah.
that can be done. Okay. Easily enough, you're able to likely convert a good amount of soldiers here. So the more that this kind of spread occurs, the more you get to recharge on long rests. Do you have marked how much it is right now?
No, but it wasn't a lot.
No, it was in total, I believe it was starting at 5 or 6 levels of spell. So, with what you've converted immediately from this, let's say that goes up to 8. That's just what it is now. So 8 levels of spells.
Wonderful.
So you recover spells on like you're a level 8 caster. Is that what's going on?
No, so if Ira burned through all 4 first level spells and all 4 second level spells, that is 12 levels of spells missing. Because it's 8 for all the second levels and then 4 for the first levels.
So Ira runs off of sorcery points now.
It's a decent way to look at it, except it's based off of faith. It's based off of a following to the religion that she's incorporating, because now that she is the head figure, effectively, for the religion of the Black, she harnesses that power. So that's where her magics come from, is herself. Basically like a sorcerer.
But no one needs to know that. No one needs to know I'm limited on shit. It's not knowledge that needs to be shared. So as far as they know, I'm still operating perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Ira,
It has not been informed
I'm pretty
even
sure
remotely.
you told Felix that you
No.
I would never tell you anything about this.
If I recall, it wasn't even initially revealed because it happened overnight. I think it was just initially. I think it was just a message that I sent Mason. But besides the point. So you spend this time to garner faith towards your religion, to you, and that'll take some time. Go for your helping with construction. Easily, once you're able to help too, because the difficulty that they were having was actually keeping things steady while they started work on it, because they don't have the manpower to do it, do all of it. Now that you're there, you're kind of like a wall for them. You hold up the beam for them so that way they can immediately put up work. Whenever they need something moved, you can do it by yourself almost. Things that would have taken them easily minutes takes you seconds. So we'll cut back over to dragon searching. So,
Camping.
you gather all the necessary materials for Nassim to have a general stance on living. Or at least being able to survive out in the wilderness.
I'll also grab us a compass.
You grab a compass.
Bye.
Did you say why?
No, never mind.
I said why.
No, you did not. Anyways.
I know he didn't. I heard whatever Jordan said.
So what are you doing?
Teleport into the lake.
All right. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Teleport, if you have the object, takes you directly to where the object was, correct?
Do not believe that. It's a general location.
Let me take a look-see.
You know how to swim.
We do. We will. There will be swimming. That part is definitely up.
Yes.
But I don't think we're like appearing at the bottom of the lake. We're definitely appearing in the lake.
It would be wherever they gained it, or wherever they claimed the pearl from. Which, I guess technically speaking, you don't know where.
Hmm.
Yeah, associated object, easily enough. Yeah. So you would appear in the on the surface of the lake because the divers would go down, grab a bunch of clams, come to the surface, and then individually search, so that way they can then immediately drop them back into the lake instead of taking them out of the water and then having to bring them back in. Because since they're trying to avoid the river's flow, so that way the clams don't get washed down into the next lakes, they do it from the center, so that way it is there. So you are in the center of the lake, which is a fairly extensive lake. It'll take you some time to swim to the other side, but you can see on one end the river, and the other end that clearing that Relo was talking about.
I assume Nassim does some flailing as Felix starts doing a simple battle away.
Nassim can swim.
Yes, but I have a feeling he
Doesn't swim great. Doesn't swim
assume
great.
He's more shocked at first.
I mean, it's the second time he's teleported. He's dealt with teleportation a bit. That's how the Harpers get around a lot.
Did he expect to be in the lake though?
Probably not.
That's
Definitely did not put those two pieces together. So he definitely took a little bit of water initially, spit it out, and he's like, and then he follows you.
Prepared. He'd be like, "Why are you dressing up like you're going swimming?" Poof.
Looks over to Felix, who's in full diving suit. I don't know, got flippers on.
Nah.
But yeah.
No, I'd more prepared for general swimming.
No, you're fine. You can get to the clearing easy peasy. There's no creature that pulls you under the water or anything like that. Nassim is shortly behind you. Though he was surprised, he is a fairly decent swimmer. Bless you. And you're at the clearing. And you can see the clams that he's talking about. There's definitely a number of clams here that are just fully ripped open, no contents to them.
I'm going to investigate for our symbol.
Okay, make me an investigation check. Nassim will also help you, since so you have advantage.
Oh, I have advantage.
You have advantage.
Oh, good job, Nazim. He turned that.
You turn a 1 into a 2.
No, he turned a dirty 20 into a natural 20.
Hey, that's much better. So you're looking around, and initially you don't find anything. You think you're being very thorough. You're checking all the trees, you're checking the bushes, you're checking the ground, you're checking the leaves. But something that you didn't necessarily expect is there's a cluster of insects. And when you're looking at it up close, it just looks like a swarm of insects. But as you step away, they almost form a shape out of insects. And you can see that they form the ward symbol.
Oh,
You actually needed that nat 20, by the way, so that was really good. 20 would not have been
what was
enough.
the DC?
22! DC is high for this.
Nah, you say like I needed the natural. I don't think my investigation is pretty high because we're high level at this point.
Well, I know,
One
but
of
you
my
said that you got a
proficiencies.
dirty 20. So the dirty 20 wasn't enough?
Yeah. So we just walk past the symbol.
As you walk past the symbol, there's this moment. So, like, you get up close to the insects, and they don't move. Normally, insects would, like, flee when they're around you, or whatever. And you walk through the insects, and as you do, the insects just kind of, like, stay stationary. Even as you walk through, the insects that touch you just kind of go around you, as if you didn't come in contact with them.
I was
Now-
gonna say you just go through me.
No, they do have a physical form, but they don't come in contact with you. And as you walk through, you experience immediate warmth of a breath. And sitting in the clearing is a huge gold dragon, head curled to the side, laying on its stomach, asleep. You don't see a horde. You don't see any amount of values or anything like that.
I walk slightly up, kneel on the ground, and say, "Excuse me."
Wait, you can talk underwater?
We're not underwater.
Oh, I thought you were underwater.
We're in a clearing.
He's still asleep.
I did take it. I'm gonna channel I'm gonna focus and channel more of the celestial nature of my magic into thaumaturgy,
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Excuse me."
Are you being louder?
Yes.
Okay. As you do, his eyes like open, and they do that whole pupil dilating thing, and he gets up. It's been some time since someone's found me here. You're fairly wise to seek me out. Why, though? For what purpose?
I will be quick and concise, for I am on a time frame.
As am I. I'm looking to sleep.
The city of Elturel is being attacked by cultists worshipping Draculid. Bahamut has given me some direction to hopefully find allies.
I see. I regret to inform you that you will likely not find allies in the dragons remaining. We have fallen from favor with Bahamut. That connected bond with Mount Celestia has been gone for some time. If you speak of fighting the cult, that which has brought an end to many of our kind, then you will likely not succeed. My deepest condolences.
Even though Bahamut sent me,
He may have sent you to find us, but in this time, we've been separated. I've grown accustomed to my way of life. I suppose that is but what sloth is. Contempt. Even in death, I would be content, knowing I've lived the way I wanted.
you'd be content to die tomorrow?
If that's what it came to. I've been alive for a very long time. I've eaten my share fare.
With the knowledge that he's been manipulating events potentially since the Great Gods War, change anything?
Correction on my end. Did you say Dracolich or Draketh?
I honestly think I said a combination of the two now.
Like, I didn't know what you were intending. I assumed Dracolich.
More like Jacob bitch.
I
Damn,
meant
sorry, I was about to say that.
The Demon Prince.
You meant Draketh?
Yeah.
Okay. A little redaction. Not much changes, though.
The Abyss Lords have been fighting in the Nine Hells for eons. If Draketh attempted to come through the material plane, there is but little anyone can do to stop it. Not my influence.
He almost blows a little bit of this, like, golden smoke from his nostrils.
And certainly not yours.
So you would sit and do nothing and accept death. Well, the two.
If that's the direction that fate has it, then so be it. My only regret would be not consuming a delicacy of gems. But I've had my fair share. And the peace of solitude.
Kind of, like, goes back onto all fours and coils his head back down.
I definitely think some gems could be arranged for you.
When you say that, make me a persuasion check.
Wait, hang on, let me. Because I did not mention. Dragolith is impersonating Tiamat to lead the cult. They definitely have an assortment of treasures.
Of what kind do you entail? I've had a mind's worth of imaginative treasures.
They have. Well, I have not seen all of their vast hoard. I do know they have had plethora of gems of all varieties.
Once you learn of what it is, then come and tell me. If it's something I have not partaken in, then you likely can find my aid. But anything short, I have no interest. Now please leave. I am quite exhausted.
At least get a list of what would interest you.
Even in my vast years, I've never partaken in a dragon's heart. complete crystallization of diamond, of pure mineral. Diamonds comprised of carbon are of no interest to me. It is a fable, a dragon's heart. It used to be in the land before the first great god Primer. But they've been lost.
We need Dragonheart for him. Great. And nobody would be marked as that as anything anyone would have seen on any.
You have never come in contact with anyone even mentioning it, or text mentioning it. Anything else?
So Bahamut would be the only one I could try to get that information out of.
Possibly. Tiamat might know something as well. You're not too sure. Because they both were actually part of the land since the Great God's Primer involved the material plane.
I'll use the sending stone to
Hello.
send word to ask Ira. She can get in contact with her is much quicker than me.
Currently, Ira is busy spreading the coal of the black.
And plowing go for what?
So you're messaging
Single time.
Onthar, and Onthar is getting is tracking down Ira
And then he sees you spraying a coal, and then he hates her.
then. Kills her right there. Stab!
Damn.
I stand in front of him like, Ira's currently busy. I'll take a message and I'll pass it along.
Okay. So yeah, Onthar will go in search of Ira.
Probably just hand the sending stone to you to bring to Ira. If you're actually doing that.
Well, yeah, that's what it is that he's gonna go give it to Ira.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
It takes probably about 30 minutes to find Ira. At this time as well, the dragon kind of like lifts his head.
If you're going to do that, then please leave my den. I am very tired.
I'll just stand on the other side of it. Alright, I'll let you know when I get back from Tiamat.
Yeah. So you exit the same entrance. You still see the insects doing their whole swarming deal there. Come out, back to normal. You don't see him anymore. Yeah. So Onthar runs up to you, Ira.
Oh, there you are.
Felix needed to ask you something.
Something happened?
He has a question.
Curious.
It's partaking to. I'm assuming that you did you tell Onthar that you found a dragon?
Yeah.
He found a
I
gold
got
dragon.
Some information on bartering it, and you.
Okay, yeah. He found a gold dragon
To
and
talk
needs
to
to
him.
ask you about it. You have a contact that he's interested in.
It sounds like he found a dragon and won't take no for an answer. Fine.
So he's gonna hand you the sending stone.
Hello.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello, Ira.
Ring, ring, ring.
I assume you're gonna assume I am not taking no for an answer, but I got a bargain.
Now hear me
Sounds
out.
Sounds like
Give me
you
a
were
bargain.
acting belligerently in his home. And eventually he just conceded.
Very rudely.
I wouldn't say it was rude.
What do you need from me?
Can you ask Tiamat about Dragon's Heart?
Hang on a second here. I hang up.
You bring up your hand to your other
Ring,
hand.
ring, ring.
Hello?
God
Yeah,
damn.
Matt.
Oh, Ira. Yes, what is it?
Hello.
Hi.
Felix isn't taking no for an answer. He's bullying dragons.
I see.
He's inquiring after a crystalline heart. Specifically a dragon's crystalline heart.
Oh, the Dragon's Heart. And
Yes.
well, they do exist. Where? Well, funny thing about that. They really don't anymore. Not much, at least. They sort of formed because the land wasn't corrupt, and that changed when Bahamut sealed me. So finding one, they're nearly one of a kind. I don't even know where to begin for it. I can tell you, the cult never found one.
Okay.
Curse.
So that narrows down a group.
Wait. I have a
In the
question
multiverse.
though. Can you ask Tiamat?
Oh, hello, Rex. I forgot you were here.
Wait, how did you get on this
Yeah,
phone
I appreciate you
line?
too.
This is my
How'd you
wife's
get on this
mobile.
line?
Borrow from Gopher at the moment.
Borrowing his hand. Ring, ring, ring. Anyways.
You don't want to know where those hands have been.
Does these Dragonheart contain very, very powerful magic?
I'll patch you in.
Well, they
What?
themselves are. Oh, hello, Rex. I'm surprised to hear you. I suppose you're just standing close enough to Ira to talk into her palm. So, they themselves don't carry magic. The reason that they're called Dragon's Hearts is because, well, I mean, the description of a dragon's heart is an inconceivable device, almost. Something along the lines of, if you ever see a dragon's heart, it's nearly impossible to. They melt away and decay faster than any other organ in the dragon. So it's most likely just like a myth, almost. Well, it's a mythic. They themselves don't have magic, but they're comprised of pure mineral. It's beyond just applied pressure. It's something that was part of the world before anything else. From the lessons that me and my brother had received, they're more like the foundation of the world. So they were like the starting stones of land. How much of that you believe is dependent, but that's at least how they're described. You can almost see them as they're the continents themselves.
Right. Well, thank you for this evidence. I am going to tell him that I am not destroying the world so he can feed a dragon.
Well, they likely wouldn't actually have an adverse effect on the world. They're just stories, fables. It more speaks to the complexity and rarity of them than anything else. You're likely not to find one because it's quite literally almost one of a kind.
Thank you for your time.
If there's anything else, feel free to call.
Well, of course.
Hand goes down, sending stone up.
I grab a microwave, I plug it into the fountain in the center of town, smash the window, and I put it on high, pointing at the sending stone. And I will pass on the information.
The micro beam.
One here nearby.
Get behind me!
The whole fucking dome lights up. The ground shakes and shudders.
Ira and Rex are wearing white lab coats and fucking welding goggles.
But that information is relayed to you, Felix.
Is Ryder nearby?
No.
You could talk to him
Let's
through
go
the
find
sending
him.
ring.
Here, give me a second.
Hand goes down, ring goes up.
Yeah, both
Hello,
hands
hello.
go down. Oh. Yes, I will. Do you need me to spread more people?
I'm not a goddamn call center, but Felix is looking for you.
Oh, what? Okay, where are you?
He's
am
desperate and lonely.
I'm on my way. Wait, well, he must be that desperate if he's calling for me. Alright, come in.
Apparently Nassim doesn't meet his specifications anymore.
I'm coming. I make my way over to Ira. Alright, where's the phone?
Oh,
I mean,
welcome.
Brock.
Here's the cell phone.
Oh, hello. How do I use this thing again?
It's a flip
Eat-
phone.
Eats the sending stone.
What?
Wait, so who was Lana was the fucking.
Felix, I'm putting you on speakerphone.
What's up, Felix?
I'm now stuck.
You cast sending to the Pope. Ask if they have any knowledge or in one of the sacred sealed vaults, any dragon hearts.
Sure.
Let him know we needed to bargain with one of the dragons.
Oh, right.
Let's
forgot.
see.
Tell him we'll
Hello.
offer Felix in recompense.
Are you
hello there,
Are you
my
casting sending?
holiness. Yeah.
I need you to roll me a wild magic check.
Hey, I forgot that was
Wait.
I forgot about it because you guys have not been in Faerun for so long.
Nat 20, Tyler. You know what that means?
Wait, did you actually?
Wait.
Yeah.
Please don't blow yourself
He
up.
said, you know what that means.
Okay, how do I do this again? It's this and this. Okay.
Yeah, roll me a
Go.
percentile dice.
74%.
We're dead.
Oh, great.
So who's all there right now? It's Ira, Rex, and Ryder? I guess
I guess.
Onthar. I guess
And,
Onthar is close too.
Omthar, yeah, too. Because
Yep,
we're already
run.
sending so.
Alright, so Ira, Felix, or Ira, Rex, Ryder, and Onthar. Ryder, you are suddenly really sick. Your body is oh my god. You are suddenly poisoned for 4 hours.
Damn.
So as you go to cast the spell, you feel like your chest hurts. Your arm goes a little numb. You almost feel like you're having a heart attack. And your entire body goes into...
Can he not feel that, though?
He's
Wait, I
stood in
thought
front of
you
the
can't feel
microwave.
pain.
Feel any of the
This isn't pain,
feel
though.
pain,
This
but
isn't
you can feel
pain.
sick.
He can feel sick. He just doesn't feel pain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like,
You
your
feel
arms-
super sick.
You
And
fool. You're
a-
not supposed to stand in front of
A
the broken
random
microwave.
creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned for 1d4 hours. And most of the guards, well, it was a chance. Yeah, it was a random creature. Most of the guards and stuff aren't near there. I'm assuming that basically, since you're at the fountain and you cracked a microwave over the side of it, that's where you are. Most of the guards aren't at the fountain.
Oh.
Ryder, are you okay?
All right, that's
Not
the
Felton.
that's the first 3 words of the sending
Not
spell.
in the fountain and not on me.
I'm actually casting it right now, and all you hear is.
You're calling the Pope and dry heaving?
How many words is that?
That's the first 3.
Pope, would you by chance have a dragon heart for a good cause? Send!
Oh my god, it's coming out of
Interesting.
both ends.
Oh god.
I'm taking
Interesting.
number 3.
Number 3.
Okay. So you send this over, and you get a response that almost sounds angry.
I wonder why.
Why? Why do you need a dragon heart? For what purpose?
Please don't let me send it again.
You have to cast it again, too.
I
I
know.
have to cast it again.
Oh, okay. Oh, deep breath. I cast it again.
All right, roll me another wild magic check.
Not one.
Damn.
Oh, Lynn, why
Yeah, we're still there. Oh no.
Oh, weird. Wild magic. You got cured by poison. Anyways.
Damn it. It was close. 65. I was close. 269. Yes.
What if
He's poisoned for 8 hours.
Damn.
65, you said?
Yes.
Hmm.
We're dead.
Well,
This is it.
the thing is like,
Going over.
it's only for pure comedy standards. I need more dice.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, more dice.
I need
Don't
d10s.
tell me he actually got the fireball.
No, he did not get the fireball.
I mean, I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
good.
we could live it by
No,
now.
The fireball's low. I think it's like 17.
We're selling you to the Pope.
Ryder, as you
You're
cast
bullish.
this, your sickness kind of goes away for a second.
Wait, we kind of what?
It kind of goes away for a second.
Oh,
And that's
thank
when you
God.
realize you need to throw up. And you just throw up where you are. And where you throw up, lightning comes out and electrocutes Ira, Onthar, and Rex for 15 points. For 15 points of lightning damage.
Doesn't he
fuck
get to
is wrong
choose
with
the
you?
3 creatures?
Oh my God.
That's why I'm doing it as a pure comedy standard, because why not?
Oh,
Yeah, it says up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage. But since you're not fighting, and since this doesn't matter, yeah, it's 4d10 lightning damage.
Jeez.
I knew there was the.
But hey, you're not poisoned anymore. You feel fine now.
Oh my God. I feel so much better now. Oh, you
Yeah.
guys okay? Why is your hair all sticking
Totally.
up like that? I smell bacon.
I need a drink.
Anyways.
Oh, okay. What am I saying? What did you say to me again? The Pope is on our side. Is he going to help us with the fight?
Mhm.
Was he?
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's also sending battalions.
Okay. Trying to recruit a dragon. They want a dragon's heart. So, so we are in search of one. For it. Sure, there we go.
Send a.
You get a response. We do not have a dragon heart.
Why'd you send me a sending back then the saying you should have said no?
Fucking Pope.
I mean I guess I'm not sick anymore, so rude, but
I had heard that one was in Fate's Crossing to the north.
Slaps forehead.
Fate's Crossing.
You
what?
cut out there. Why?
Oh,
Fate's Crossing.
Fate's Crossing to the north.
Where is that? Where is that?
Home.
Oh,
Prison.
Oh,
My
I see.
home.
Way up there. Ah, hey Ira, don't you live in Didn't you know about Fate's Crossing?
You would not have lived in
Ah.
Fate's Crossing. You would have been more in like the middle portion between Ifan and Fate's Crossing because you would have been hidden out in the forest.
I'm aware of it.
Well, I toss her the stone. Tell Felix that the Pope does not have a dragon's heart, but he heard there might be one in Fate's Crossing.
How much
Oh.
do you want this dragon, Felix?
Let me also finish up the rest of his words because he does still have some left.
Oh.
I disagree with Bahamut. We don't need more dragons.
Also say that. Also tell him that the Pope doesn't need. Well, the Pope disagrees with Bahamut, saying we don't need dragons.
I mean, he never said we needed dragons. It was an idea to get us out more forces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying another sentence.
Well, you don't need to.
He's gonna vomit again.
Tell him that's what the Pope's opinion is. We don't need more dragons, but let's see what he thinks.
So you press 2 on the microwave
He
and another
figures out that
microwave.
You have me on speakerphone.
How many microwaves do you have, Ira?
I don't ask. Felix, how much do you want this dragon?
I don't think I want it. More was checking to see if we have the knots.
Answer the
Comes
question.
to it. I mean, I'm going to sleep and we're going to go try a different dragon tomorrow. We at least have the knowledge. Hopefully
There
this
is
other one will
potentially
be
a
better
dragon
luck.
heart. Home.
I just don't know. I don't think we're going to have enough time to go there for it.
I hang up.
I'm now stuck imagining the fucking sending stone's got like an antenna with a smaller sending stone at the tip of it. Alright. Anything else, Felix?
Nope, other than letting Nazim tune to the
To the helm.
helmet.
Okay.
Yep.
Works for
You
me.
think they're cuddling out there?
There's a good chance.
As we pitch
Maybe.
up 2 separate tents.
It's not even
And then
two of the
sharing
same
one
tent.
winky face.
No,
You're not
they're
even
pitching
gonna
2 tents, alright,
share.
man.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Oh my god.
I got
They're pitching
pitched
3,
up right now.
actually.
Wait, what?
So the dragon peeks in.
It's a tent for
Felix,
specifically
you
just the
handled
dragon's
tent pole
face.
really well.
Does anyone else want to do anything?
Do you need some help there, Felix?
not from Nazim.
He's offering a helping hand.
The Pokemon move?
Yes, of course. Pokemon move. Nothing else.
I assume giving the dragon the location of the dragon heart will do nothing. Correct, Tyler?
Correct.
You can sell it.
You think he's gonna leave his den? This dude is lazy as hell.
No.
One thing I can think of is take more odd jobs.
Yeah, we're kind of running in
Low on
the
cash.
direction of there's one person who's creating all the content at the moment.
Tends to happen, unfortunately. I mean, if you're gonna go get a Dragonheart, you're all probably gonna go for that. Oh, bless you.
What's another use for a Dragonheart?
You don't know. You've
The
literally,
description of it, none.
yeah, you've literally gotten no information of it other than like ancient religious text that Tiamat and Bahamut learned.
Hang on a second here. Ring, 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 ring.
Oh god, here we go.
Tiamat.
Okay, I was like, to who? To Felix or to Tiamat? Okay, ring ring. What's up?
Oh, what's
Oh hey, we're on. What's up, Queen? We have potentially tracked down a Dragonheart's location. However, are there any practical uses for them?
I have no idea. I have yet to even see one. I only knew of them. I would imagine that they do have some sort of application, but I can't imagine what it would be for. They have very strong
Don't say
planar
that,
tides.
I'm all interested.
I know, right?
Fuck you! I didn't want to help Felix, but here we are.
They do have large planar ties, so maybe it has something to do with the planes. Gizmo. Keep
You
sneezing.
think the whole cult idea why they continue this assault is because they knew there's some dragons here, and there's a good chance they want their hearts?
Maybe they want a dragon.
No, because dragon's hearts aren't actually this gemstone. Dragon's hearts are still just organs like yours or Ira's. It's just that they were given the name Dragon's Heart because the heart is the first thing to disintegrate from a dragon. That's how rare it is to see. You never truly see a dragon's heart, so that's why these were listed as it.
If these things are considered to be this rare and potentially this powerful, do we even dare leave it unattended?
I don't say that, Ira. Oh, that makes sense.
Well, I mean,
Possibility is kind of high, to be honest.
well, it's been around. It's not like they've disappeared. They're just very, very hidden and very, very rare. If nobody's found one now, they likely never will.
I can get us close to it, but that's a hell of a march. Home is not very hospitable.
No. You're gonna want some cold gear. Probably a little bit more than
Considering
just
the last time
some.
I was there, I was under. Considering the last time I was there, I was under the protection of death. Yeah.
Should we discuss this with the others and try and make a solid decision? Because this is very... The object is very dangerous and if it's there.
More power can't hurt.
Yeah. It could help us with the siege. You just have to get it and then find practical use for it. Saying it out loud, that might be tougher than I think now.
Do you know Legend Lore?
I do. Hang on, that was Eleanor. Give me 1 minute.
I swear you've used it. Someone's used it in this group, I swear.
Give me like 2 years.
I swore someone used it on Wildheart. On his the actual guy's name.
Wasn't you?
Oh, Ismidius, the Archfey of Thunder and Lightning.
Oh, I do know it.
Are you in
I do have it.
Or Dragonheart?
Oh yeah, I just have to name it. Alright, Tyler, here we go. I count. Hang on, let me actually.
Yeah, roll up.
Hang on,
I
hang on,
back
hang on,
up.
hang on. You guys go
I'm
first,
gonna
you guys
back
go
up. I'm
first.
gonna hide the other side of the fountain.
I back up 30 feet behind a wall of microwaves.
Go ahead and roll me.
Mine might be 60.
Go ahead and roll me a percentile dice. Or a wild magic check.
Okay, 12.
Okay, you're fine. I was gonna
Okay.
say it's rare to happen.
Dragon Heart.
Okay,
We can have
so
Dragon
Dragonheart
Heart Gemstone. Thank you.
Dragonheart gemstones are an amalgamation of energies from the gods infused with mineral, creating this pure-like substance that is hot and scalding to touch, yet causes no physical harm. Its existence is both a mystery, a conundrum, and an abnormality. It shouldn't
It's a walking
exist.
contradiction.
Exactly. It shouldn't exist, and yet it does. Where it does, nobody seems to know.
There wouldn't happen to be a physical description there.
Let me read legend lore real quick, so that way I can give you an actual determination of what it all gives
Better.
you. L.
We're all intrigued by this.
Legend lore.
Damn.
Name the spell brings to mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. The thing you name isn't of legendary importance. You gain no information. Well, this is definitely legendary. So.
So basically, Jordan got no information then.
No, he did. He only got information because it is legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you couldn't use it on like someone's basic.
He
sword.
read so quiet on some parts. They're like, what?
Yeah, no, I was reading it myself, sorry.
What?
So they themselves are almost the size of what would be the most comparable in size? Like the size of an ostrich egg. They are
Damn, that's big.
perfectly
It's a dragon.
oval
Dragon
shaped.
Heart, so.
or sorry, perfectly spherical. And
It's
Spherical.
Spherical.
And when looking directly at it, it reflects light in a way that it almost blinds you.
solar flare.
Even if it was just a moderate amount of light in the darkness, if any amount of light were to touch it, it could illuminate the entire room.
Photon burst.
What the
Historically, they have never been used, and let me look at the spell again. Fuck.
I relay this to everyone, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But is that all you're gonna tell us?
No. Their sole purpose was the foundation of creation.
Foundation of creation.
And that's what I will give you.
So that's what I learned, everyone. What do you think?
Foundation of creation.
It holds the essence of the gods that made the land.
Tiamat.
I don't think she would know anything.
No.
But
This is becoming more. Yeah, this is becoming more that we should investigate this and try to get it.
We should
Oh.
have time.
How long
Recap
would it be in
again.
traffic?
Did the Pope say he heard a rumor it was up there, or they? It's like information that it was up there.
He's heard tales that it's been in the northern land. A big portion, and that actually factors to a number of things, because you remember that continent up north is not public knowledge. Only a very select few of people actually know of its existence.
But Ira does.
Because she's from there. She was the one that initially informed you all about it.
Huh?
So that could play factor in why they haven't been discovered before.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Well, Ira, since it's your home turf, what do you think? Would it be worth it to go and check it out?
I put the sending stone in the microwave and turn it on. Catch him up. And then I put it back on speaker.
Just like a bright light out of the sending stone.
Turn it off. The
I'm
dragon.
good.
It's information about what you want.
Call me back later. I'm trying to fuck Nazim right now.
Fuck no.
Fuck no, exactly.
God.
Alright, so Felix, you know everything
I'm
now.
of the mind.
Well,
I'm of the mind if we go for this, we keep it.
Yeah. Of course. We just
but
have to find a way to. Oh, my bad. You're talking to. Yep, yeah.
we don't. I don't know if we have enough time to find a use for it.
We will, because we have to.
And I've already made preparations for the teleport to the next dragon tomorrow. I guess the question is, how strongly do you feel about this?
Over a dragon?
Do you want the day to prepare the proper gear for traveling up there? We go potentially in the afternoon.
Would we know of El Terrell having any sort of cold weather supplier? Like, it's pretty temperate down here.
There is always Ethan's hats. Zakaris recoils
killer
from
runs up
somewhere
Zakaris'
else.
spine.
Zakaris died wearing
have all the
Ethan's hat's attire.
Because at this point, Nazim's already tuned to the helmet, so I'd have to go take it back.
Would you have time?
Don't pretend like you aren't right beside him right now.
We have separate tents.
Yes, but you're both in the same one because you're staying warm.
No.
That's what my romance novels tell me anyway.
That's how you stay warm. Yeah, you have to cuddle.
It's also not nighttime yet. Like, it's still like late afternoon, like not even evening.
So what's the plan?
Well, either way, it's I can't teleport again till tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
So we
there's no
prepare today,
guaranteed I'm
there
even
we
going to
go.
be able to teleport twice. So do we just plan to teleport up there the next day? You
would
guys
give
get
us 5
cold weird.
days.
5-ish days, yeah. Five,
It would
6.
be.
Okay, we should plan if we don't make it back within 3 days, we leave.
We could do it in 4.
Then that will give us only 1 day to figure out how to use it. I
Plenty
think
of
that'll
time.
be.
So
If we,
4 days.
if we're
We are
lucky
learning
enough,
for this. Oh, sorry, right.
And
if
if
we're
we don't
lucky,
figure out a use for it by the end of the day, do we just use it to get the dragon's aid?
I suppose so.
well, we might be able to figure out if we go ask the mechanics people.
This
Maybe.
seems
I don't think
this
they
seems
would.
far too important to feed to a dragon, though. This seems like a waste.
Especially how legendary it is.
What the heck? If we can't figure out a use for it, at least it'll be safe with the dragon. That's at
For
my
now.
point, the logic with it. If we can't find a use out of it, I don't think it's gonna be safer with the dragon than with us in the siege.
While they are discussing this, I am going to step away quickly
Alrighty.
and call up Tiamat.
Alright, holding your phone up to Tiamat.
Hello, again.
Is this more about the Dragon's Heart debacle?
Yes, of course, of course. We may have found it. Or potentially
Really?
know where it is anyway.
That's insane.
Tell me about it. They are just raw power, right? Or do they have some sort of use?
Well,
Other
like I
than
said,
the quote-unquote building blocks of the world.
well, that's just it. I don't know. I've never interacted with one. I've only ever heard about it. And that was back in before me and my brother had fought. I can't even remember that far. I'm sure that I would have sought it out if it was as legendary as it was. But maybe it has a bigger purpose for where it is. Or where they are. I'm assuming there's more than one.
One would assume. I'm thinking quite selfishly here. Please forgive me.
It's alright.
You know as well as I do that I am quite limited at the moment.
That is correct.
Would it be possible to steal its power for myself?
Like I said, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that having that limitless power is not good for you. I don't know if you can, but I would strongly suggest not. This is energy from the gods, gods of creation. If it's as powerful as them, or even just a fraction of power from them, housing that much energy within you could destroy you. Beyond just killing you.
Or give me exactly what I've always wanted.
Be that as it may, I don't know how you would even go about doing it. It would require something for sure. It's not something that you could just hold in your hands and then you suddenly can house the power. Likely comes at a cost.
There is only one thing I'm not willing to lose.
Oh, don't you say it.
And what's that?
She's gonna say it.
Someone dear to me.
Damn.
It's me, isn't it? I knew you'd give me a hug.
I quite honestly don't care if I survive this.
Aw.
I do. I first.
Well, you
Go
should.
versus on the ground.
You should care. This
I've
entire
lost everything and I've killed everyone I've known. I don't see why I should.
Since you've agreed to the pact, this deal that we made,
Oh, I see.
it's funny.
Fine.
You can obviously
You
connect.
need not say your terms.
The terms was I just put my brand on you. That's it. I'm not
There's
saying.
no, you cannot kill yourself trying because I demand it. There's no, nothing like that.
No. Nothing like that. You forget that I'm still part of the Hells. In order to have interaction, I must do these things. Besides the point, while you carry my mark, carry my brand, it goes beyond just communicating with you, or transpositioning somebody, or there's a level of feeling that comes from it, and that deep-seated morality, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Annihile something. Fuck. The word that's
Nihilism.
nihilism. Thank you. That level of nihilism is something that I can feel too, from you. That self-destructive energy, seeking to be unmade or unbroken. You wouldn't be the first to feel that.
How do stories like these normally end?
Not well. But that doesn't mean they can't change. You have a week before the siege. Depending on what happens after that is just part of the story. You can only move one step at a time. And when it comes down to it, if you were to find this, if you were to find out if you can take the power or not, my only question to you is then what have you been fighting for this entire time? Why did you leave? Why did you come back? Why do you care about those that you're around? If your only goal is to leave and to never come back. You have to find your purpose. It's not going to just come to you. It's not just going to be served to you. You have to sort it out.
Fine.
I'm not telling you
You're
to do
giving
one
me
thing or the
plenty
other.
to think about for the next 7 days.
Exactly.
I know.
7 days.
7 days remaining. And besides, who's to say you even find this dragon's heart?
Can I ask a favor of you?
Anything.
I suppose it'll be a sort of on my good grace. If something does go wrong, you'll look after him, won't you?
Well, I'm already looking after your friend Zakaris. Wouldn't be much more to look after another.
Well. Thank you.
Of course. Now, if you need anything, I'm always a hand away.
I'm well aware. As I quickly hide the brand again so no one realizes.
I you okay?
I mean, you could
Fine.
you could just do it through the phone or through the glove.
I'm fine.
You're tearing up right there. What did teammates say? Do we have to throw hands?
Not with her.
I hand you a handkerchief.
So,
Do I start throwing out the red flags? Once this is all over, I'm retiring. I retire tomorrow. Is start throwing out shit.
only once you actually have it, that's when you can start throwing out those red flags.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Nice. Once this war is over, I'm getting married
Who?
to Rex.
I didn't agree to this.
To
I can
this
hold the ceremony. It'll be good.
sandwich. Okay.
I like Sunny.
Does anyone have anything else? Because there is one more bit that I want to get through before we call it a session.
The only thing I can think of is getting odd jobs, so that's all I got.
You're really not going to find any work. You're not really going to find any work here because there's currently no citizens.
Then I will just hang out with Ira.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm thinking of dying.
Is that why you're crying?
Okay.
Do it, Ira.
So, you all find rest, I'm assuming. Unless anybody else has anything they're doing. Long rest into the next morning.
Next morning, it'd be.
Not quite. Felix. You find yourself, for the first time in a very, very long time, you find yourself in a nightmare.
Ooh. What?
You got
Where?
out, Tyler.
Oh, Felix, you find yourself, for the first time in a really long time, in a nightmare.
Azim standing at the front of your tent. Hey, big boy, let me in.
Oh God.
You're running through the halls of these metallic passages, veering left and right, following the voice of this younger man in front of you. And everything behind you and in front of you is dark. In your hand, you are holding Binas as you run through these halls. And it's the moment just before being saved by that young man from the facility, the ones that
Young man.
experimented on you, on your arm. But there's something different. For the briefest of seconds, you swear from the hall, on a wall, you see that sigil, that ward that was protecting the den of the gold dragon. And you hear in front of you a voice. It says, come on, this way's the exit. What do you do?
Come in. What?
Can I investigate the sigil?
You can put your hand up to it if you want. It looks exactly the same as the other ward.
I'm in control enough. I step through it, try to walk through it.
As you do, the world behind you fades. Bina's hand is no longer in yours, and you're standing in this void. There's like these stars that seem to go off in the distance, and floating amongst it, you can see is what looks to be a perfect sphere of pure white energy floating off into the void near you. And as you do, you can see this gold dragon flies up beneath you and scoops you in its hand. This is the dragon's heart. Sorry to take hold of what you watch, but it comes with the nature of my kin. You've seen it once before. Hidden in your subconscious, you've seen it. And it's tied to this memory, this very moment.
That's. This is shit.
And with that, you snap awake. And it's the next day. Nassim is there in his other tent, already buckling it down. And that's where we'll call it.
Buckling it down.
That's where we'll call it an evening. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. We will see you again in another Misrolled Adventure. Take care now.
Ciao.
Bye bye.